If you staple your pinky and thumb together, it will hurt a lot. That's sound advice. Thank you for that. And with that, let us continue with our atlasing action. We should have the map device now, right?
Stay in.
Like our map device down here should actually work. Yes, perfect. And now we get our 1% increased quantity of items found in the area. Or we can pay 2 chaos for Anarchy, but I don't think we want to pay 2 chaos for Rogue Exiles right now. Or ever, probably. Hey! I feel like I hardly ever get research encounters. Excellent.
When I'm ready and not before.
We gotta rescue 3. It's getting so the number we have to rescue is actually getting a little higher, making it trickier. I think we've secured 3 already. How do I get through? Oh, down this way. They're wailing on that poor one. Ah, lots of lightning damage.
In a thing or two.
Strength and
Oh,
numbers,
they've got friends. Oh, damn. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Jesus. Excuse my religious profaning, but holy moly. Just shredded. Wowku smash. I weathered the initial hit, but then there was like a secondary explosion that went off. It was huge. Does that mean I failed it? It's gone? Oh, I think it's gone. I don't know if they're still there. Oh no, it's still going, it's still going. Just the thing took a bit to appear. Holy moly. That was insanity. Wow. Alright, where are they? Hello, where'd you guys go? Oh, they're trying to take out the things. Wow, that's pretty cool that they do that though. Pretty clever. Jeez. Oh, damn, I need more fire res. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh my. Okay, that was brutal. I think I want to rank Elrian back up. Hell yes.
A little more showy.
Ashling and Haku. Haku is here. He's giving strong boxes, and Ashling is doing what right now? Nothing.
I choose an honor.
I'm gonna rank up Haku and just make a deal with
I
Ashling.
can appreciate. Take them.
Belt mod.
They're yours. There's plenty more where that came from.
Wowza, that was just brutal. That was just brutal. It was Haku that hurts? Yeah, and I think 35 fire res hurts as well. I should probably, after this map, start fixing resistances, maybe getting initial set of gear. 71 is it's a pretty decent level to start gearing up a bit. I have a bit of currency too, so we can totally start gearing. Oh, I got stunned. Damn it. I was trying to cast my Vile Gold Snap, but I got stunned. He's Alva. The Alva fights are probably going to be a little rough too, with my defenses where they are currently. Let's just get this cold damage for now. We can play around with it later. Sacrifice a unique item. 7 incursions remaining. We'll try for it. It's early enough that we might get 3 encounters in there, but it seems not super likely.
When I'm ready and not before.
That was the key. Got him. There's our key. Not too much where we connect this one. Just put it in any door. Doesn't matter too much. Yeah, apparently there's a bug right now you might want to be careful for. If you don't run any of your... I can't open up the screen because I'm in here. If you don't run any of your safe houses when they're available, and 4 of them stack up at once and you run them back to back, apparently on the 4th one it can bug out and lock your progression. Like it'll basically like freeze your progress.
Hello, Exile.
That sounds like something that they'll fix very soon, so hopefully they do, but that is something you should probably watch out for until they do fix it.
Too much clutter.
Because it might stop you from being able to make any intervention progress for a while.
Ah,
Where are
there
we?
you
Gem
are.
cutters?
Ready
Oh,
to
upgrade that.
Time to go.
fire damage, so I gotta be careful. What door? Guess it doesn't matter too much for this one. Alright, that'll do.
Good job.
Any reason why I'm not using the Black Hole Vortex? I've demonstrated the reason a few times. It looks very pretty, but you literally can't see anything when you use it. It obscures everything on the screen. It's super, super bright and, yeah, just way too much.
Hello, Exile. Both you and the architect of Thor
Look at that thing. Oof.
Love for gems.
Oh wait, it looked like it was faking me out there. It looked like it was fully connected, but it wasn't. Strongbox. Chuck a transmute on there. Detonate corpses. I'll just stand over here, shall I? Casually. Not even looking at the explosion. That's the way to do it.
Just in time.
Oh, but this will be the final one.
There
It's
you
a
are.
vault upgrade. Nice.
Greetings.
Ah, there you are. Where we'll upgrade the
Let's
currency
go.
vault. Looks. I might not get a chance to connect to the boss here. There's still like 6 or 5 incursions left.
When I'm ready, and not before.
See ya. Literally froze him in midair. It was great. Oop. Stuck in place a little bit there. Okay, this one doesn't matter too much either. See ya. Yeah, we'll be swapping to CI pretty
job,
soon.
Exile.
Sometime in today's session. I don't know if I want to do it like very, very soon. Kind of depending on what sort of gear I
Hello,
start putting
Exile.
together.
You've killed his rival. We can probably bank on Esther. Bye.
Bye. Try this as Apex. Let's do the boss. Snoop these guys down first. If he starts pulsing, you gotta watch out for the ice nova. Hits really hard. That one where he does a little jump, does a little hop, then lets out a mega ice nova. Jewel. Got our boss kill done. Map unlocked and bonus completed. You're trying to read Ziggy's mind for gear so I can rush it. Well, our gear's gonna be pretty basic to begin with. Just simple stuff. Pretty much just rares to begin with. Alright, there we go. Whew, lots of loot drops in that one.
Hello.
Wasn't even willing to
Glad you made
bother
it
sifting through a lot of it, even though some of the stuff like Siege Axes and stuff pretty worth checking early in the league. Okay. No, not quite good enough. Nope. Widowmaker's not that good. Try this as Apex. Oh no, this is Speaker's Wreath. Oh, I don't know if people use that or not. Nobody uses Rebuke of the Vault unless it's literally perfectly rolled. It's not. It's like this has the one of the lowest odds. I don't know if it's this or Ventus Gamble. This has the lowest odds of being like literally perfectly rolled, or there's like the sheer number of rolls that it could possibly have are massive because all of them are customizable and there's like pretty independently a lot of different ways that it could roll. Pretty crazy. I think someone has found a perfect one.
Stay
Though.
inquisitive.
It's sitting in someone's collection. I got 2 things to unveil.
Salah.
Salah to you too. Damage per frenzy charge, cast speed and arcane surge, double damage. Yeah, the frenzy charge one upgraded. Oh wait, is it already upgraded as far as it goes? No. Probably shouldn't waste that one on that one then. I'll level up this one a little bit more. Get the life and mana leveling. How many ults do I have? 50-ish? That's enough to maybe try and roll 1 jewel, but then I might be pretty low on ults. So I'll hold off for a moment on the jewel crafting. I love my jewel crafting, but it does churn through some alterations pretty badly. I only have 1 regal anyway. What ascendancy point will you get next? I don't know. I really want both next. I don't know. Maybe Val Bastion. Yeah. The damage is so good already. And I can actually make a cannot be frozen flask for the meantime, like just use this Quicksilver, for example. Well, I can't deal with the stun. I don't have an easy way of dealing with the stun. So Val Bastion first might be actually the way to go. Speaking of, I should do Merciless Lab very soon, actually. Could I even do it now? I think I could probably do it now. Val Bastion will help a ton with general mapping. Yeah, it'll make the swap to CI a lot smoother. Plus 150 flat energy shield is, gets us much closer to being able to swap to CI without needing very good gear. If we want to hit that like 5 to 6k ES goal when we swap,
Justice will
then we'll be pretty close. We'll only need very mediocre gear. Yeah, my resistances are really low, but it's not too big a deal for this, depending on the boss mechanics. There is a website, PoE Lab, where you can look at the map and what the mechanics are, so you can actually see. But I think we'll be fine. I have enough damage to phase him pretty quickly and quite safely. Ah, gold keys. That's unfortunate. Gotta go find a gold key then. There's our golden key. Whee! When our energy shield starts recharging, we can pretty much just straight run through the traps.
there must be
Because it'll keep recharging while traps are dealing damage to us. You jerk! Actually got stuck on it. I haven't had that happen before. It like jammed me in there. I had to flame dash to get off of it. Did Merciless Lab earlier, BV is somewhat squishy and Azaro hits pretty hard. He can do so. Wind Slash can take you out if you're kind of just sitting around that like 4 to 5k-ish HP, which is usually what you're at when you're at level 68-ish. I think we could handle a Wind Slash. His swiping attack. But we would be pretty close to dead, and if anything else hit us at the same time, we'd be pretty dead. The fireballs will be the most dangerous thing for me with the low fire res we have. I can maybe, I don't know if I don't think I have a ruby flask. I have resistances on something though, I thought. I think I have a utility flask with some resistances. Maybe like I can just grab a granite. There might have been like a granite that has resistances on it. If so, I can just whack that in and we'll, instead of onslaught flask, and that'll be pretty solid for tanking him. That'll do the trick. Next idol you hit will no longer regenerate life. I think disabling the idols is pretty smart, so I'll take that. So I'm not going to go for a full key run here at all, since the risk is actually a bit higher, and I really just want to get my Ascendancy done. I think I'll just enchant that Hubris circlet that I bought yesterday for crafting and failed at for the helmet enchantment. I'll just throw it on the Hubris circlet and see what I get. Ah, crafting recipe in here.
Weary traveler draws close to the
Double resistance is rank 3. So yeah, I think I have a granite. I mean, where was it? Stuff. Granite flask with resistances and charge recovery. I could do that. I would need to go refill it though. I don't know if I left any monsters alive out here. I managed with about 3k life using custom damage taken and 1/3 life to save me. It worked. Honestly, you can do it with like 1 hit point. People have done it with 1 hit point. All of Azara's stuff is pretty avoidable. Just like the fireballs and stuff can be a bit trickier. Where's my granite charges? Nah, I mean, we'll probably get pretty close to her. We'll probably get pretty close to her full charge by the time we start the fight. Killing some of the random ads that appear. Yeah, Decoy Totem is insanely good for Azara as well, if you have a Decoy Totem. Just whacking it on the opposite side of it.
Slowness lends strength to one's enemies.
Be careful of your Golem. The Golem can be a bit of a liability, actually.
Give up yourself.
Ah, I got hit by the fireballs. What's kind of nice is I can just drop dots on them and that'll keep them low.
By the goddess, what ambition.
Damn, we killed him really fast.
Wisdom
Disabled all the
is
statues.
offspring
Maybe I could do a
of
full key
spring
run.
and time.
I wasn't even focusing him, just the incidental damage I was hitting him with ended up taking him out. When did you get a new mic set up? I've had this mic set up for quite a while now. Quite a few months. 6 months, maybe? Usually I wear black shirts, so you can't really see the mic against the black shirt. The camouflage was in there, so maybe that's why you've noticed. I'm keeping an eye on the minimap to see if there's any little shrines hidden away. They're pretty obvious on the map these days. They always were kind of easy to see, but now they're super easy to see with the way the new minimap is. Sepulchral halls. There's another like relic-y thing in there that you can use to make the next fight easier. Ooh, strongbox. Neat. Oh, a cloth belt and that's it. Wow. Decorative chest. That'll be the relic thing. I don't know if I really need it, to be honest. Oh well. Doesn't take long to do. Portals straight up. Oh, portals I'm actually fine with as well. Portals are fine. I have enough AoE and lingering just dot damage on the ground that they're just gonna feed me extra charges for my flasks. And extra frenzy charges and stuff for the fight. It'll make the fight easier, if anything. You don't have very good AoE though. The portals can actually be a little difficult if the fight's dragging on. It can really stack up over time. What do we got here? Sepulchral passage. That's to a silver key. If we just go up to the right a little bit. Oh, I don't have to. I'll have to go back through the gauntlet again. Well, it'll be faster than going through a whole nother zone. Oh well. We'll go back through the gauntlet then. Free. This one will take us directly to him. Oh, Divine Shrine. Aspirant's Trial. There we go. Yeah, I watched Ziz's stream a little bit before I went live today. He's been streaming for he was streaming for 36 hours when I checked in, so it's probably like 38 or 39 hours now. That is just insane. I've done a few 24-hour streams, and like when I'm getting close to the 24 hours, I am just so dead. And then the next like day or two, at least 2 days usually takes me to recover. And he's almost gone for 40 hours. 37 hours he's at. Jesus. So insane. At least he's good about taking like regular breaks and stuff. Be checking in on him.
Failure is an illusion.
Making sure he's looking after himself. Care about the lad. He's a gorgeous boy.
What ambition.
Well, that's a pretty easy fight. We definitely could have gone 3 keys.
Apparently it had the duplicate item mod because I got 19 assassin's garbs.
I just did an incursion with a purple champ pack, apparently, and I had a duplicate item mod because I got 19 assassin's cards. Keepers of the Trove, that one's called the blue or purple mobs because they look a little bit purple when they have that. That's great. 19 assassin's garbs. Good base. Good evasion base. Was there any good ones? 19's a few chances to get a decent one. The best is when that one drops like amulets. That's the dream, man. That's the dream. Or like the real dream, I guess, is if it drops like steel rings or opal rings. Oh. I don't know if I've ever even heard of that happening. Do they show up on Reddit from time to time? Oh, you've actually seen like a picture of someone getting like, 5 to 10 steel rings or something? Oh my god, so good. I want that to happen to me one day. I love that there's these things in Path of Exile that are just like, you imagine this crazy scenario. In fact, let me show you guys something before I do this last fight. Something that happened to someone today. That is exactly one of those scenarios. Literally insanity. This one here, this guy, got 3 mirrors. You know how when you make a bargain for currency with one of the interventions, one of the syndicate guys, they'll drop you like stacks of 1 to 3 random currencies. One of those happened to be a mirror, and he got 3 mirrors. 3 mirrors. And Chris Wilson replied. Yeah, and he got a comment from Chris Wilson as well. Chris saying, the chance of this is absurdly unlikely. It uses the regular game currency weightings, but changes the stack size to a number between 1 and 3. The chance was the same as from a regular currency drop, but you also lucked out and triple it. Rip RNG for life, man. Chris literally saying his RNG is dead from now on. He's used it all up. He's used up all his luck until the end of time. That is just insane. That's one of the most insane instances of something like that happening.
When I'm ready, but not before.
Don't give up yet. Delight in
Dude, just savaging him.
ascendant.
Savaging him. I'm gonna do the N2. Oh, lots of jewels. Holy jewel moly. And a blacksmith whetstone. Hell yes. Give me that Ascendancy. Done. And I'll just do this. I think I'll just do this helmet that I had. It's an item level 78 hubris, which probably some higher level ones now. Sweep damage. Oh, yes. The best skill. I kind of want to roll this, craft it, and use it now because then I can just be like, check out my sweet sweep damage helmet. For you guys unfamiliar with sweep, it's a very old skill, and it feels like a very old skill these days. It's a little bit dated, I would say. There's no crafting anything in here, is there? No, but we got our Ascendancy, didn't we? Just confirming. Oof, yes, very nice. So now we have 150 extra flat. Bang, which gives us like another 700 because of scaling. 1% energy regen per second per each enemy we kill, up to 30%. So you can run around pretty often with just like 20 to 30% constant energy shield regen. Cannot be stunned while you have energy shield. Very good. And do I want to work on my gear now? It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Do I want to use Rhyme Gaze? Rhyme Gaze is a decent item at this point in the game. It's a 5-link helmet. It's not concentrated effect. Gives cold damage scaling, cold damage multiplier now. But the big drawback is reduced energy shield recharge rate, which kind of sucks because that's like a big defensive mechanic for us. It is cheap though. I think I'll give it a go for a while. See how much the lowered energy shield recharge hurts me. I do have a fair bit of energy shield recharge rate, so it's kind of just counteracting what I've gotten. I wonder if I can see that on the defensive tab. Energy shield recharge per second. It doesn't say your rate, it just says how much you actually recharge. 1700 energy shield per second is what I recharge right now. Here's how you find out what someone's doing. / who he is. This is how we spy. Whoops. / who he is. 82 Hierophant and is currently playing in port. They're in a map. Hit me up after. Oops. Hit me up after your map if you are interested. I think I will complete just all these maps first before I do the other ones. Although if I don't complete the other ones, I think there's a. I don't know if this works for tier 1 maps. There might be a slightly boosted chance I get more channel maps, but yeah, not a big deal. I'll just run them all for now. Less recovery rate of energy shield and life, less AoE, yada yada, that's fine, and that's fine too. Those are all fine. Let's run a map while we wait, see if this guy responds to us. I could just get a different one though. Reduce recharge rate is kind of Dan's game. It's a solid downside. I mean, it seems like a well-designed unique, really. It's got some really nice upsides to damage. It's a pseudo 5-link, pretty strong early endgame item.
Before.
But that is a big downside depending on your builds, and it's a relevant downside for builds that probably would want to use Rhyme Gaze. Maybe not. Like you might be playing like a Trickster or something, in which case the downside is not a big deal at all. In fact, it's basically no downside. But if you are playing a Cold Occultist, then the downside is quite relevant.
Sprung, little rat.
Our chance squandered.
See, you're in.
Is my life really worth sacrificing?
Nope.
Don't make us regret
trusted,
this.
form a new friendship, gain a little bit of intelligence. So, okay, yeah, so we did a couple encounters, I think like 2, and then it went down to 90% completion. Okay, so we have confirmed that that's what happens. I thought that was the case. People were saying that. So I can confirm that. Have you touched Winter's Orb? It just does not fit in my build at all. I was watching Ziz play though. It looks really good with like Elementalist Impulses build, basically as a replacement for Blade Vortex. Ziz is saying he likes it more than Blade Vortex for it, because it's basically Blade Vortex Impulses Explosions with range, so seems like very good for clear speed. He said he was having some problems with some enemies that spawn ads because it would target the wrong things and not kill the beast, for example, like Bestiary stuff. We're still going. No, we're done. I say. I should swap to an Eternal Flask. We need to get something useful. I don't really want Seething on that. Poison removal. God. Bleed removal. There we go. I was still using a pretty lower level one, and I was starting to notice it was taking a long time to recover my mana when it did drop. I don't drop mana too often, but when I do, I do need to get it back. We should sort that out later with just other solutions that aren't a mana flask. Like I shouldn't need to run a mana flask long term. We'll see though. Might take a little while to kind of clean that up. Alright, I don't think that guy's gonna respond to me, so we'll maybe just buy one of someone else. Neuroactive Breath seems like it might be okay in some setups. It doesn't seem like a good choice for me. There's a possibility I end up using it as a third skill to get even more dot damage that I can stack for like high-end bossing, but yeah, its dot DPS is a bit lower than Cold Snap and much lower than Vortex. It might be good for like a hit damage based build, I don't know. Doesn't seem that good for a pure dot one, like myself. Socket, give me that. You get a lot of scarabs from one hideout. Ow. It's a lot of fire damage considering how low my fire res is. Whew. I love that Cold Snap.
When I'm ready and not before.
Perpetus. Ew. Look at old Perpetus. He used to be a slayer of exiles, the old bear trap making you stand still. He EK'd you down. I was just picking up the damage nodes, wasn't I, for now? I want to get Heart of Ice. I might not keep those. I might end up respecing those into something else. They're not bad, point for point, but not as good as other things that maybe we could get.
Learn anything new?
I would call those an optional set of nodes. 35 life with minions have a chance to hinder enemies with hits on spells. It's potentially not too bad. That's a bit of a ring. Holy moly, that's an insanely good ring. Whoa, that's my best drop so far this league. That's like a 10, 15 chaos ring probably at this point. Or a very, very nice ring.
Stay inquisitive.
Pocket Change, thank you very much for the sub, mate. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I think it's got full affixes, hasn't it? Yeah. But they're all pretty good. Evasion's the only dead stat. It's a hell of a hybrid ring, though. Holy moly, I'm going to use that. It's not very good for me balance-wise right now, though, because it's less fire than what I currently have. Do I have any Blessed Orbs? The implicit's only 12%. I do have 2. 13. Gambling. Damn it. Back to 12. No. This ring's good enough to keep, though. I can, like, sell it later when I swap to CI. Because it's a bit more of a life ring than it is an energy shield ring. Why is he not res capped? I haven't replaced most of my leveling gear yet. Look at this thing. I'm gonna fix my gear pretty soon. I was just doing one map. We might even do that now. It might be time for some gear shopping. I think we can effectively vendor this ring, but I'll just chuck in the 1C tab. Yes. That's full, unfortunately. This is the one that I crafted on the bench. It ended up okay. Not amazing, it's okay. Okay, so let me just strip off the gear that I am really going to want to get rid of. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of the helmet. Did Rhyme Gas have any resists on it? It doesn't have any resists on it. It just had cold res on my helmet. Might not be a problem. I'm not 100% sold on using Rhyme Gaze. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of a wand, which was our best wand. The Cold DoT wand was the best one. That wand's maybe sellable, though. So this way we can just kind of evaluate what we have equipped right, what is actually okay that we have equipped right now, which is basically that. Those are my okay pieces of gear. The rest is garbage. And then we're going to get it, by taking off everything we're going to replace, we're like guaranteed to replace, we can get a bit of an idea of what the shape of our resistances look like. So we can basically like, okay, I need fire and cold res, but I need a little bit more fire res. So we can just kind of keep that in mind as we shop and start to put the puzzle together. All right, let's get some gear, shall we? If we do go for a Rhyme Gaze, we can kind of build around the fact that it doesn't have any resists on it, which is okay. It's got good energy shield at least. 216 with 22 for 5C. 2C for 22 with 214. That's way better. I'll get that one. You can also, if you want to, like, you can type in these specific mods and then sort by price, and you can potentially find bargains. Like, I might be able to find one for 1C, but 2C is low enough that I'm willing to not go through the effort. Yeah, I'm actually loving the Malachi's Artifice in this. This one is pretty optimally rolled for us as well. Like, it's got 98 lightning res, which is nearly perfect, and that's the mode we're using it in. So we're literally getting, we're only missing out on 2% lightning res we could have. And since I'm capped off of just what I've got on, pretty solid. I think I'd be capped with just that and one other item with a little bit of lightning res on it. Am I even like, yeah, 125. Yeah, it's a pretty good amount. And we'll incidentally get some more from other slots. That'll just happen. All right, well, I'll use Rhyme Gaze for a while. I think eventually we want to swap out of it for sure, though. It's just going to be something that I think we use for a little bit. Something I want to see, though, is does it have a good cosmetic? It actually does have a pretty sick cosmetic, so I'm going to use it. I think I like it even more than the skull crown that I had on. So it looks dope. I think I will use that. Use 2 Malachi's Artifices. No, it's probably not a good idea. You can't double elemental equilibrium things, sadly. Probably not wise. Okay, so here's how the slots kind of pan out. Move speed has a priority of, boots have a priority of move speed. So those are not the best slot to get resistances on. Gloves are a pretty open slot for us, but there's potentially some crafts we could get. So we should look for things that have open prefixes or suffixes. Shield is something we want high energy shield on. That's the most important thing, but also you can get damage on it, so you want to try and get some damage. Amulet's a problem solver slot. It can get a little bit of everything. It's most ideal to try and get some like damage and energy shield on your amulet. And then belt is a slot for mostly for energy shield, but it's also belt is a good slot to make up a lot of resistances. You can get 3 suffixes on your belt. It's also a place to get some strength if you need some too. So we could probably look for boots first, because that's something that we want to see how bad the boots we get are. Boots. I'm going to look for energy shield boots, but they don't necessarily need to be very high energy shield. The boot slot's not super important for that. But we do want good move speed boots, though. There's a few mods now that aren't just straight movement speed. So we'll see. Is this armor energy shield? That's just straight energy shield. We might want something that's a bit of an armor slot so that we can get easy casting damage taken setup going, but it's not a big deal. We'll just see if one happens to show up that's like that. I could even type in... let's just have a look first. 30 move speed with some resistances. Looks like we might be able to get a pseudo decent pair, like 1 good resistance and some move speed. Maybe like a little bit of energy shield. 30 move speed with 5% move speed if you haven't been hit recently. Oh. I kind of like the potential that we could get something that's even slightly boosted like that. Move speed's getting decent move speed's gonna be a bit cheaper than usual because there's a few different ways we can get it now. Okay. Let's add a little bit of resistances in there. Although, yeah. Oh yeah, Syntrex is an option, isn't it? How good are those? They got nerfed, didn't they? I think the energy shield got lowered a little bit. Yeah. These are, if you just want high energy shield and 30 move speed, these are a good choice. They give you dexterity too, which is kind of handy. Nerfed by 10 at max? That's not that bad. I don't mind Syntrek. We could just use those if they're cheap. The fact that they have some decent energy shields is kind of nice. And the dexterity is a nice problem solver. Oh, they're kind of expensive though. I might just get, what is like 100 energy shield? So Syntrex are how much? 120 to 180? What are like 100 energy shield 30 move speed boots like? Paints in code, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, mate. Appreciate it. Oh, Step and Ard apparently have those. Okay. Get some ground effects. I mean, they literally meet the criteria. I could use Step and Hard. Otherwise, it's like slightly more for boots that don't really do anything differently. They're actually worse, and they're slightly more. Rainbow Stride, 90 ADS, 25 move speed, mana, 20 all res. Bit of spell block. You know, I like those. I like those as early end game. That's super cheap, and those are very nice. I'd trade 5 move speed right now for that. The only thing is later on it might be a little awkward to replace because they're actually giving a fair bit of resist. How much does this vary by? It goes up to 101. Does anything else change? This looks like just the mana. Yeah, I'll get those 1C ones. Dude, you can get those for an Alk. That's not bad at all. That's real cheap. Sold. Damn. I have to re-equip my gear. 4K ES now with the helmet. Gotta run back through here. I think we'll be able to swap straight into CI, actually. After we buy a few more items, we'll be able to do the swap straight to CI. The build seems solid so far. Damage seems really nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with how it's shaping up. I still have so much damage I can get too, like crazy amounts more. So, I think it's gonna be good. Okay, I think I'm gonna commit to the swap to CI. I think we're actually gonna commit to the swap to CI. So, what we're gonna do, strip off everything that we're not gonna use. Keep only the good items. So this is pretty low as far as an energy shield chest would go for a swap to CI, but I think we'll have enough ES even without fixing that. So Rhyme Gaze is 200, which is like on the acceptable end, but good is like, you know, 250 to 300 plus. We'll probably swap the belt. This ring is acceptable for sure. It's a good hybrid ring especially, but this might even be worth selling and replacing just because this is worth a lot of money, but I'm not going to be making full use of it. Baited Breath is potentially a nice budget option for belt. True. I like that it's got that energy shield recharge rate on it. Counteract the effect of Rhyme Gaze. I can see. So budget-wise, boots, Rainbow Stride are really nice budget boots. We just have to find someone who's actually going to trade with us. 100 ES, 25 move speed, and 20 all res. That's pretty good for budget gearing. In fact, you can get them as cheap as an Alk if you don't like scan the rolls so much. Like, it's not even much lower. I could just get one for 1 Alk, to be honest. It's only 2. It's like 2 energy shield difference. I should just probably buy an Alk one. But yeah, those are pretty budget for like the early end game swap. There's a few other boots. Step and Out are pretty cheap too. The popular one though, Syntrex, I think they're called. Yeah, Syntrex. Those are like 5 chaos right now, so probably that's not what I would call like your budget first pair of boots. Seems like a bit of a waste of money for something that I'm gonna want to swap out of later on. And I don't think they'll have the resale value there. Apparently, it's impolite to do the trade window if you're the buyer. But I love when people do that to me as a seller. But when I do that, people are like, Ziggy, so rude. Be patient. I'm like, oh, I thought it was convenient to have a little thing pop up. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. So aiming just like, I think we should be able to get 6k pretty easy, to be honest. I think we'll get 6k. Okay. Cool, cool. And if I decide that I need to like either re-roll or swap my chest to something that's got a bit more energy shield, then we'll be able to do so. So I think the Beta Breath's a good one to go to next. Because that is, we'll see what it costs. Ah, Beta Breath, super cheap. What are the roll variances? Looks like flat energy shield, intelligence. Doesn't look like the damage changes. So probably just go for like high energy shield. What are the amounts here? It also has the implicit varies too, obviously. 30, the implicit can be blessed if we want to. It's not a big difference. One hour, we'll get it on if we can. I think it's only rude if the cell has multiple buys in the hideout, then you should wait your turn. That's true. Good point. I guess it's contextual. There's some nuance to trading etiquette. There is some nuance there. Yes. Indeed. Indeed. No resistances on that belt, though. Mostly it's just an energy shield belt. But I like the recharge rate here. Counteracting the negative recharge on Rhyme Gaze, so I'm break even. Okay, I think we'll take a look at gloves now. That's the only thing, like, belt is a good slot to get resistances, so I'm trading that for having to get resistances elsewhere. So probably those will be on gloves. I don't technically, as a non-attack build, I don't really technically need any damage stuff on gloves, but there is some new stuff that you can get craft-wise on gloves that can help with damage, but we don't need to worry about that too much right now. As Rhyme Gaze is effectively a 5-link, we'll be able to put one of our new skills in there, or one of our skills in there. Run one in our 5-link and one in our Rhyme Gaze. Have 2 5-links. It'll be sweet. Gloves. And what are the good amounts? I don't think energy shield on gloves is typically too high. I think 100 is probably... So there's a lot of uniques there with 100 energy shield. Callista's Grace. What is this even? Fast casting? Crit stuff? Oh, yeah. Maybe we should do non-unique. Voidbringer? No. Demon Stitcher? No. I don't think we want it. Okay, we're going to have to do non-unique because there's a lot of uniques that meet that criteria, apparently. So we can go into rarity, non-unique. All right. So 100 energy shield puts it at it starts being worth a chaos mark, not like alch items. So that's fine. So we can just look for like 100 energy shield and I wonder if I should look for fire and cold res. Normally you can just do if you just don't care which resistance, you just need to start getting a decent amount of it. You can just do total resistance, but that would include lightning res. I mean, we could do a not thing. So we can add a filter group, put lightning resistance in here, and go not lightning resistance. Or I probably should type the specific one. So lightning resistance. So it'll search for items without lightning resistance. Total resistance. Fire and cold sum. Yeah, you could use fire and cold sum. You can use sum and then put fire and cold and do a sum total of the two. But this method will work as well. And probably, let's say, 20 on each mod. Okay, around 40 is pretty reasonable. Let's just put like 38 in and see where that starts us price-wise. If it jumps up to like 10 cows. All right. Jumps up to, there's like a 3 and a 5 cows here. So there's not many options at that level. So there's one with just 44 cold res. This one's got a pretty good balanced amount of both, and it's actually 88 total resistance. It's got fire and cold crafted on it for 5C with 135 AS. That's a pretty good pair of gloves for 5 chaos. I don't like that it's already crafted, but that might actually be a pretty damn good option for us. I think I'm happy with that. We could like lower it a little bit and see what sort of options there are, because the thing to check something if you really want to find a bargain can be to check whether there's ones that haven't been crafted yet and are missing a suffix. But this one, for example, is missing a suffix, but it's also 5 cows, so... And you'd probably just be putting the missing fire res. That's not actually that good. But you can look for ones that don't have a suffix there and end up adding it yourself. This is a bargain if I can get this, though. Yeah, we can remove the craft. In fact, you can remove the craft easily now. I'm still kind of like pseudo in the mindset of crafts are difficult to remove, but these days crafts are actually very easy to remove. It just like, you can just replace it. Like, let's say I just want to replace it with a different resist. It'll just add a scour to this price and just scour off the existing one, then add the new one. And you don't need, like, you just start with that. You don't need to, like, level up a master anymore. It's so good. Before, I think you had to get, like, master 6 or 7 before you could start removing things. It was great. So we're waiting on hopefully getting those gloves, because those would be great. We can start looking at... I'm probably going to do Amulet last, because as I said, it's kind of like a gap filler. You can get almost anything on an Amulet slot. We'll look for a shield. It was 7 before, yeah. So it actually took a while to get to 7 as well. So I'm going to do a shield. You don't have to do shield on CI builds, especially these days, but the shield is a big source of energy shield, so you are sacrificing quite a lot of energy shield if you don't use a shield. So what's the energy shield range for shield? It's not 280, 180. Let's see where that starts price-wise. Okay, we got some uniques that we probably don't want. So there's some rares around the 1 chaos mark for that. Let's try a bit higher. Might be like 220 maybe? Okay, that's still 1, 2, 3. So that's a nice kind of like slowly ascending price. So that's kind of nice. So 220, maybe like around then. Start looking at 225? Yeah, okay. I'm thinking I'm happy to start looking at 220. Close enough. That seems like a pretty good price, pretty good amount to start looking at. And we can potentially just scroll through and look for ones that happen to have like a bit of extra damage or an open crafting slot. Like this has an open crafting slot. Looks like it's got an open suffix. That could be a hybrid mod, I'm not entirely sure. It looks like that'll have an open suffix. Be nice if we could get like a little bit of, this person's crafted some extra quality on there so they could get higher energy shield. That's not a bad option too. We don't really care too much about block and stuff like that. Resistances are nice though. There's a little bit of elemental resistance there. It's not always, when it says question marks here, it's not entirely confident whether this is like 2 mods rolled together or not. Like this could be a hybrid. It looks like it could have either 2 or 3 prefixes, but it'll have an open suffix. Can I search this like here? Can I like search suffix? Oh, there's actually a suffix category there. Oh, I can just collapse it. That's amazing. So I can add the resistances that I want. Do I have any other cool mods? Quality and strength. That's kind of neat. So that just boosts the energy shield, because that scales the energy shield that's on the item itself. Do I just buy that first one? There's nothing here that really like jumps out as being crazy good. It's 235, which is pretty good. It's 260 here though. That will probably be full. Mana and... Wait, no, mana's a prefix. Suffix. That might actually have an open suffix too. That with a quality craft could be pretty good. Why don't you use the official PoE trade site? Yeah, maybe that's not a bad idea for this especially. Path of Exile trade. Because it probably has more confidence about the mods on items, huh? How much energy shield do I have with my discipline aura active now? 5,500. So my goal was like at around 6,000, and I think we're going to get there easy. We don't even have gloves on yet. Sweet. So I won't craft this yet. We'll do crafting at the end, mostly, so that we kind of know what we're missing. And I'm still pretty low on resistances. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to use Bated Breath, to be honest. I might have to use a resistance item there. Or maybe replace my chest armor with something that has more energy shield and the resist that I need. They seem to be gone, so maybe you sold them and just didn't respond. Maybe a bunch of people messaged or like repriced it or something. Okay then. What other options have we got? I could just replace that with either a prefix or a suffix. This is really flexible. I like this one. It's 4238. It's really good. Slightly higher in fire res, which is what we need. All right. Took a little bit to find a good pair. Hopefully this guy actually messages back, because I would like those gloves. I think because we even went through a bit of a more detailed search and lowered our... Well, we basically didn't even like lower how much energy shield we wanted much. We just were like, oh, I'm willing to craft the energy shield myself, which got us a much better deal. What even is that? So we don't even have to remove it, but I'll just do it anyway. Okay, so we got some options. We could just add some flat energy shield. Would probably be the best. We can do 27 to 34. I could put, oh man, I forgot I could put fire and cold resistance in there. Maybe I just do that and just not worry about how much energy shield it has on it. Because my resist is going to be almost done if I do that. I think I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do the fire and cold resist craft. Fire and cold resist. Oh, it is 3 chaos though. What's the cheaper version? 1 alch? Since we can so cheaply and easily remove it, I think we can just do that. 14. All right. That gets us pretty close to like mapping ready. Don't craft it till you get an amulet. That's also a good point, but I can replace it if we want. I have some scours, don't I? I have 6 scours. I'm gonna just look for a resistance amulet, and bonuses will be like energy shield and spell damage, but probably energy shield would be most important. All right, sweet. Pretty happy with that amulet. And then we're gonna be ready for a CI swap, which is pretty hype. So I think we're definitely just gonna craft flat energy shield on that. What's our total energy shield now? I don't think we have discipline on. No, I don't. Show me with discipline on. Oof, just shy of 6k. Only just shy of 6k. Not bad. And I haven't qualityed everything yet either. I haven't qualityed my boots. The gloves aren't qualityed, but they're only 18 energy shield, so that doesn't count. And we have to craft flat energy shield. Well, here we go. You ready? My goal was 6k energy shield. Are you ready? Where is it? Wait, where's the energy shield prefix? Oh, I don't have it yet. Oh no! Why don't I have the energy shield prefix yet? I must have missed it somewhere. Oh no! I was about to be so smug because I was gonna be like, I'll just add it and then nail the exactly 6k energy shield. Wow, man. DPS. Oh, I can get strength and quality here. Actually, I think I might do that. Put the resist on the amulet and then the energy shield on the gloves. Yeah, I think I'll go the strength and quality. On the shield. 14 quality, which is top roll on that, and 17 strength, not top roll, but that doesn't matter. But we can still do a bit more too. So we're gonna do fire and cold resistance in here. Bang. And let me just remove this one and see that we're capped, but I'm pretty sure we are. I think I've done the math right here. Oops, gotta put that in there. So I end up wasting an extra scour, but that's all right. Yes, we're gonna be just fine. And we'll put some flat energy shield on here. Whether a percentage or flat energy shield is better depends on how much is on there. Since this only has 18, increasing the energy shield by, what, 50% or something is gonna give us another 9. So we're comparing 9 to 27 to 34. So we obviously want the 27 to 34. And I got 27 because I suck. Meh. 6,150 energy shield. And we ended up spending about 10 chaos total. That was our 10 chaos gearing. I got the... I guess we already had a wand that I found, and I crafted this for free, but bought it for like 5 or 6 chaos, maybe 7. Just the white base by itself. And I found... No, I bought Malachi's Artifice for like 2 alchs on day 1 because it was really cheap. Sweet. Cool. Excellent stuff. I still have to quality some things as well, so that'll go a little bit higher. We can do passives now. I have 11 refund points, which I'm not sure if that'll be enough. But we're basically very simply just going to... Oh, you know what I forgot to check, though? There's 5 all-res here, but I think we're okay. Make sure you check if you're going to respec anything that has resistances on it. Make sure you double-check that's not going to screw you. But we are going to be okay. We are going to be okay. So we're just basically refunding all the life nodes now. The hybrid ones we're keeping anyway. And we are going to refund all of those. And these. And I need 1 more refund point. I could go do a quest, but I'm going to be lazy and use a regret. I think that's all the life nodes I have to refund. Da 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 da! Bang! One out of 1 health. Oh god, we're gonna die. And I will actually end up getting more than 6k anyway, because I still have yet to pick up some of this stuff. We'll be getting that jewel socket, 6,500. And what other nodes do I want? We did it! We're CI! Yay! We already have stun immunity from the occultist tree. When you go CI, there's 3 things you need to remember. Stun immunity, freeze and chill immunity, mostly just freeze immunity, and shock immunity. Shock is through flasks, typically. That's the easiest place. Stun immunity, either through a unique or something like Vile Bastion. And freeze immunity is fine through a flask, but Occultist also now has freeze immunity here too. There are some uniques that give freeze immunity too, but flasks can be just fine. Don't forget Arcane Vision. No, you don't need Arcane Vision. Arcane Vision just gives you a little bit of a quality of life boost in that you can, when you start taking damage, you'll notice like the screen dimming, so it just kind of reminds you you're taking damage. I'll see how I go without it. See if I can just you know, be doing it based on that. Ignite is worse though. Oh, you definitely want Ignite immunity always anyway, for any potential big fat juicy ignites that occur. What do I want to pick up in terms of aura effect by CI? Oh yes, we'll want the aura effect stuff, actually. That's true. So there's like this aura influence here is 20% extra energy shield for your discipline aura. So there's another like 200 for us. And there's also Sovereignty too, which I'm going to end up getting. But I don't need that just yet, so I could spend these 2 points somewhere else for now. Oh yeah, these two. Forgot, I want these two. 8 and 5 with 10 energy shield recharge rate. There we go, perfect. That actually worked out exactly right, point-wise too. Wow. It's like I saw the future here. Oh, and I could have respected these 2 points if I really needed some other points somewhere else. So actually ended up, I was pushing for that 6k amount, but we almost ended up with 7k. Guys, I'm excited. We did it. Done. Gear swapping, gem setting up, swap to CI. Ended up with just shy of 7k energy shield, which is about 1,000 better than I wanted as a minimum. So very nice.